Subscribe to the channel, give us likes, turn on notifications, and share your thoughts in the comments. Your support helps us cover these important stories.
Journey to the Lone Star State.
Hello, I'm embarking on a remarkable journey across the vast expanse of Texas, the second largest state in the United States. As we travel together, I aim to uncover and share the true essence of this iconic region, from its bustling modern cities to its serene rural landscapes. Texas, often referred to by its nickname, the Lone Star State, represents both the unity and the independent spirit of all who live here. Our journey begins in the dynamic city of Houston, a sprawling metropolis that serves as a testament to Texas's modern economic success and cultural diversity. Houston is known not only for its role in the oil and gas industry, but also for its significant contributions to space exploration, notably housing NASA's Johnson Space Center, the heart of American spaceflight activities. From Houston, we'll head west towards the state capital, Austin. Known as the live music capital of the world, Austin vibrates with musical performances in every genre, and its streets buzz with the energy of cultural festivals like South by Southwest. The city also champions an ethos of innovation and houses a booming tech industry, with numerous startups and major tech companies establishing significant operations here. Our next stop will be San Antonio, famous for its rich colonial heritage. It is home to the Alamo, an enduring symbol of Texas's fierce struggle for independence from Mexico. Here we'll explore the historic missions and take a stroll along the River Walk, a verdant oasis of pathways, shops, and restaurants winding along the San Antonio River. As we venture further north, we'll visit the Fort Worth area, where we can experience the historic stockyards. Here, Texas's cowboy legacy comes alive with rodeos, authentic cattle drives, and Western-themed shops. Fort Worth proudly preserves its cowtown heritage while integrating modern urban development. Throughout this journey, I'll delve into the stories of the people who have shaped this state, from the early Native American inhabitants and Spanish settlers to the industrious pioneers of the oil industry. By exploring both the celebrated and the lesser-known locales of Texas, we aim to discover why Texas continues to captivate the imagination of people all around the world. Join me as we explore the landscapes, the history, and the spirit of Texas, a state where tradition and modernity blend seamlessly, creating a dynamic and enduring narrative.
A glimpse into the past.
As we delve deeper into the heart of Texas, it's essential to understand the layers of history that have shaped this vast land. Our journey into the past begins thousands of years ago, when Native American tribes such as the Caddo, Apache, and Comanche first inhabited the region. These tribes thrived on the diverse Texas landscape, developing rich cultures and complex societies long before European contact. The next chapter in Texas history was marked by the arrival of the Spanish in the 16th century. Explorers such as Alonso Alvarez de Pineda first mapped the coastline in 1519, initiating centuries of Spanish influence. This era saw the establishment of missions and presidios throughout Texas, aiming to convert the Native American population to Christianity and secure Spanish claims against foreign encroachments. One of the most famous missions, the Mission San Antonio de Valero, better known as the Alamo, was established in 1718. This site would later become iconic as the battleground of the Texas Revolution. The missions are not just religious sites, but were part of a broader strategy to colonize and control the region, integrating the native populations into the Spanish colonial system. As we move through time, the territory that is now Texas changed hands multiple times. Following the decline of Spanish authority, Mexico won its independence in 1821, and Texas became a part of the Mexican state of Coahuila y Tejas. The Mexican government, eager to populate the remote northern territories, implemented policies that encouraged both Mexican and foreign settlers to cultivate the land. This led to a significant influx of settlers from the United States, drawn by the promise of vast tracts of land. However, cultural and political tensions between the Texan settlers, who were primarily Anglo-American, and the Mexican government led to growing discontent. These tensions eventually culminated in the Texas Revolution in 1835. The following year, Texas declared its independence from Mexico, becoming the Republic of Texas, a sovereign nation that existed from 1836 to 1845 before joining the United States. In this chapter of our journey, we explore these historical sites and artifacts that tell the story of a Texas shaped by Native American heritage, Spanish conquest, and the indomitable spirit of those who fought for its independence. By understanding this rich and tumultuous past, we can appreciate the complex identity of Texas today, a blend of ancient traditions and the enduring legacy of its colonial and revolutionary days.
The fight for independence.
Our exploration of Texas takes us to a pivotal moment in its history, the Texas Revolution. This chapter of our journey not only illuminates the fierce struggle for independence from Mexico, but also showcases the bravery and determination of those who fought to shape the destiny of the Lone Star State. The roots of the Texas Revolution trace back to the early 1830s, as tensions escalated between the Texian, Anglo settlers in Texas, and Tejano, Texans of Hispanic descent, inhabitants in the centralist government of Mexico. The Mexican government's attempts to restrict immigration from the United States and abolish slavery in the territory inflamed these tensions, leading to widespread dissent among the settlers. In 1835, the conflict reached a boiling point. The Battle of Gonzales in October of that year is often cited as the first engagement of the revolution. Texian settlers defiantly challenged Mexican troops who were sent to retrieve a cannon under the banner, "Come and take it." This act of defiance sparked a series of skirmishes and organized resistance across Texas. One of the most iconic symbols of Texas's fight for independence is the Siege of the Alamo in March 1836. The Alamo, a former mission turned fort in San Antonio, was defended by a small, determined group of fighters, including famous figures such as James Bowie, William B. the Travis, and Davy Crockett. Despite being vastly outnumbered, the defenders held out for 13 days against the Mexican army, led by General Antonio Lopez de Santa Anna. The fall of the Alamo became a rallying cry for Texian forces. Remember the Alamo. Following the Alamo, the Texian army, commanded by General Sam Houston, continued to engage Mexican forces. The turning point came at the Battle of San Jacinto on April 21, 1836. In a surprise attack, Texian soldiers defeated the Mexican army in a battle that lasted just 18 minutes. Santa Anna was captured the following day, leading to the end of major hostilities. The treaties of Velasco, signed in May 1836, provided for the withdrawal of Mexican troops and recognized the independence of the Republic of Texas. The victory at San Jacinto was not merely a military success, it was the birth of Texas as a sovereign entity. The Republic of Texas remained an independent nation until its annexation by the United States in 1845, setting the stage for further territorial disputes that would lead to the Mexican-American War. In this chapter, we trace the steps of these pivotal events and visit the historic battlefields and memorials that commemorate Texas's arduous path to independence. These sites are not only reminders of past conflicts, but also symbols of the enduring Texan spirit, a testament to the state's foundational principle of liberty and self-determination.
The Union and the conflict.
In this chapter, we explore a critical period in Texas history, its annexation by the United States and the subsequent conflicts that reshaped not only the state, but also the nation. The story of Texas's entry into the Union is a tale of political maneuvering and national ambition, underscored by the broader themes of expansion and conflict in the mid-19th century America. After nearly a decade of independence, Texas faced significant internal pressures and external threats, leading to a growing sentiment among many Texans that joining the United States would provide greater security and economic stability. Meanwhile, the prospect of annexing Texas was highly appealing to American expansionists, who saw it as an opportunity to extend U.S. territory and influence. However, Texas's annexation was controversial and fraught with complications, primarily due to the issue of slavery. Texas was a slaveholding territory, and its addition to the United States had the potential to upset the delicate balance of power between free and slave states. After much debate, Texas was annexed through a joint resolution of Congress and became the 28th state of the Union on December 29, 1845. The annexation of Texas did not go unchallenged. It heightened tensions with Mexico, which had never fully recognized Texas's independence and viewed its annexation as an act of aggression by the United States. These tensions erupted into the Mexican-American War in 1846. This conflict was a pivotal moment in U.S. history, demonstrating the country's commitment to manifest destiny, the belief that the United States was destined to expand across the North American continent. The war was marked by several significant battles, including the siege of Veracruz and the capture of Mexico City by American forces under General Winfield Scott. The conflict officially ended with the Treaty of Guadalupe Hidalgo in 1848, which led to Mexico ceding a vast portion of its territory to the United States, including not only Texas, but also present-day California, Nevada, Utah, Arizona, and parts of Colorado and New Mexico. This acquisition of land significantly reshaped the geographic and political landscape of the United States. However, the gains came at a cost, exacerbating sectional tensions between the North and South over issues like slavery and states' rights, tensions that would eventually lead to the American Civil War. Today, as we visit the sites of these historic events and reflect on their significance, we understand how Texas's journey into the Union was more than a territorial expansion. It was a complex chapter in the story of America, filled with conflict, compromise, and the continual reshaping of national identity.
The Black Gold Boom.
In this chapter, we delve into an era that transformed Texas from a primarily agrarian society into an industrial powerhouse, the discovery of oil. This period, known as the Black Gold Boom, began in 1901 and reshaped the economic and social landscape of Texas forever. Our story starts in Beaumont, Texas, at a place called Spindletop. On January 10, 1901, a geyser of oil erupted from a drilling site on Spindletop Hill, marking the discovery of the largest oil reserve the world had seen at the time. This event, known as the Lucas Gush, unleashed a torrent of oil that reached heights of over 150 feet, flowing at a rate of approximately 100,000 barrels per day. The Spindletop oil field outpaced the production of all other oil wells combined, ushering in a new era in energy. The impact of the Spindletop discovery was immediate and profound. It sparked a frenzied oil boom in Texas, attracting thousands of workers, investors, and fortune seekers to the state. Towns sprang up almost overnight around oil wells, and the landscape was quickly dotted with derricks and refineries. Houston, in particular, benefited from its proximity to major oil fields, evolving from a modest commercial center into a bustling metropolis with a booming economy centered on the oil industry. The oil boom also led to significant advancements in technology and infrastructure. As the demand for oil surged, innovative drilling techniques were developed, and Texas became a center for technological advancements in petroleum engineering. The state's transportation infrastructure expanded rapidly, with railroads and pipelines being built to transport oil from remote fields to refineries and ports. The wealth generated from oil propelled other industries as well. Petrochemicals became a major economic sector, utilizing byproducts of the oil refining process. This spurred further industrialization, with Texas becoming a key player in manufacturing, particularly during World War II, when its industrial capacity was turned towards the war effort. However, the oil boom was not without its challenges. It led to rapid environmental changes, and the sudden wealth created social and economic disparities. Moreover, the volatility of the oil market led to boom and bust cycles that tested the resilience of the Texan economy and its people. Today, as we explore the remnants of the early oil fields and the modern landscapes shaped by this industry, we see how oil not only powered machines, but also powered dreams, ambitions, and the very development of Texas. The Black Gold Boom is not just a story of wealth and industry, it is a saga of human endeavor, innovation, and the indomitable spirit of the Lone Star State.